Hello, I'm Cherokee Ferguson, and I was placed at the Valentine Elementary School within the pre-K and Head Start classroom. And this is discussion board post 4 over intervention. I was not with an OT on site within the pre-K and Head Start classroom, but I was able to kind of get some insight on some interventions and do some interventions myself with kiddos, such as like playing Play-Doh and watching how they interact with other kids if they have a utensil they wanted to play. But one intervention session that kind of really came to my mind is the special ed teacher as well as the SLP had an IEP plan over a teacher's recess time, I think. So they asked if during our reading time, the two little kiddos that step out of the classroom during that time to go into the special education room, if I could help with them and take them down to that room with them and interact and do their chart. So that was really cool to see because it was how they have it laid out and how they have it client-centered for the kiddo. And the kiddo that I took is very sensory and very distracted, and he has like a chew toy. They call it a chew toy too. So he has a chew toy, and he's always very fidgety and very distractive in the classroom. So during reading time, they have decided to take him out of the classroom and do things that he likes to do. So they have like a little trampoline, they have a coloring station, they have a swing, and he's given a little like sheet of paper. I'm not sure the name that they called it, but it kind of just looks like a little picture board of step by step of what he's supposed to do in order, and it has like Velcro so they can take it off and like change it day by day or week by week. And he did not want to do one of the first ones, which it was, I think it was on the trampoline. He didn't want to get off once it was to the next station. And so he had a little bit of an upset moment, and to be able to calm him and like kind of be in there with another teacher that isn't really sure how to handle these clients and see them every day, it was very much on like the problem solving, like, okay buddy, like what do you, and I said buddy, but I said his name, but like what do you want to do, or what could we do? And it was that he just kept wanting to jump. So then while he was jumping, his next step was to read a book, but I just read to him while he was jumping. And through that, it was definitely very client-centered because it was focusing on what he wanted to do, but also what is best for him and what the teachers already have lined up for him. I would say it was more motivating for him to know that he could do something while he was on the trampoline, since that is what he wanted to do. And we achieved like the targeted outcome goals of allowing him to interact in story time in his own way. And it didn't have to be in the classroom, on the mat, on their circles, being quiet. It was he was able to jump and move around while I read him the book. I would say that I modified the task definitely by allowing him to maintain on that trampoline and kind of asking him questions of what he would like to do versus what he needs to do, and saying like, this is the next on your chart, this is what your teacher would like you to do. And if it was not something he wanted to do at all, it was okay, then what do you want to do? And it was always to maintain jumping on the trampoline, but just trying to alter that and keep like asking different questions or finding different ways. And I feel like through time that I would be able to work with this client, I would find better ways. But since I was with another teacher that really wasn't too familiar with him, it made it a little hard. And then for documentation of this intervention, I did not document, but when the SLP and the special education teacher came in later during our center's time, I just kind of debriefed with them and said, this is what happened, and this is how it went. We didn't get all the steps done, but we were able to do this and then do the first 3 check marks and check them off, but it was more, we incorporated them together. So on their end, they did the documentation, and I was not able to see that, but it was really fun to be in on the intervention session and kind of see that like the real purpose of why they do take him out of the classroom during this time, and see the benefits, because in the classroom it would be very disruptive to everybody, and he would not want to sit and pay attention. So where he could jump around and move his body, it was just really awesome to like see it implemented. But I hope you enjoyed this post, and I look forward to your replies.